Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Jake Johnson, and you're watching Untethered Live right here on YouTube. No place else in the world. Nobody's having more fun than we are tonight on Wednesday Night Chill Stream. Welcome to the show. Boy, have I got some stuff to talk about and get off my chest. You know what grinds my gears? Not much. Mechanicking. I hate mechanicking. This is the, count it, third time I have torn my bike down and rebuilt it from the ground up. Third time. And I put the last bolt in a few minutes ago. And I tested it, and the starter just spins. No ignition. So I come in, wipe my hands off, come in, get on the computer, look it up. And I scroll down about 20 videos looking to see if anybody has learned anything that I haven't about what in the hell might be wrong with my bike. And I find this little short video about 3 minutes long. And I said, heck, I'll click on it. It's kind of titled what I'm messing with. My jack shaft is what it's called. And he says, does your starter just spin? Well, this is why. When you took your old starter out, there's a little piece of metal in there that fell. You can't see it, but trust me, it's there. I said, surely no little piece of metal fell. I would have noticed. I'm pretty observant. So I went out there and I stuck my hand down inside of the motor, and my fingers fell right on top of it, and there it was, a little piece of metal about that long. Now I've got to tear the sumbitch back apart, put that piece of metal back in the right place, and then put it all back together again for the fourth time. I'm tired. I'm not doing it tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. I just put it back together tonight, and it's a pain in the ass to take apart, by the way. So I'm hoping there's a way I can get around taking it all the way apart. I'm hoping I can loosen the starter up and pull it back far enough. But I think I got to take the oil pan out and all that like I did last time, which means I got to tear the whole thing apart. Take the back tire off, take the exhaust off, the whole 9 yards. I'm hoping I can get away with it, but I doubt it. And I guess it's good practice, I'll be able to tear that so much apart in 10 minutes flat by the time I'm done. I done tore it apart so many times, got it down to a science. No. And I've bought every tool known to man to work on a Harley. Yeah, I found the problem. Yeah, that's the start. You're right. Hey, April, how are you? I didn't know if I said hello or not. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Glad you're here. I'm a little aggravated, and I'm dirty. Look at my hands. You can't hardly see it, but I'm filthy. But I know what the problem is now. After the fourth time of tearing it apart and busting my knuckles, I got it. I understand. I know what's wrong. I can fix it. As long as nothing else breaks. Jesus. I am not a mechanic, but I swear, when I'm done, I'm going to put a sign up in the front yard that says, I work on Harleys. Bring it here. Because they charge an arm and a leg up there at the Harley place, and I can do that better and still make good money. What I've done to my bike, just in the starter problem, they would have charged me $800 to do it. What I've done. You can't tell you're aggravated. He'll, yeah. Yes, he will. Anyway, I've got it figured out now. I guess if you tear it apart enough times, you'll figure it out. So that's what happened. It's not because I'm smart or anything. That little silver thing, that little piece of metal had me stumped, boy. I could not figure out why it wouldn't work. I put it back the way I got it, but that little piece fell out when I pulled the starter back, and I didn't see it because it's a little tiny piece. Apparently, it's happened before because there's like 5 people on YouTube asking the same question. Why is my starter just spinning out and not engaging? But now I know. And knowing is half the battle. Wow, at least do you have experience working on Harleys anyway? Mine, I've never worked on one before. I've never even seen one up close before I bought that one, so. But I know every bolt in mine already. Everything except for the pistons. I hadn't worked on those yet, but I've worked on everything else. The pistons and the transmission, everything else I've worked on. And those look self-explanatory. They're right there, so. I mean, you have experience taking them apart and putting them together. Yeah, I do now. And the more times I mess with it, the more experience I get, the easier it becomes. Still aggravating, though. I don't want to have to do it again. You know, I've already done it several times. It should be fixed, but it needs to be done, so I'll do it. Just adds more time to me not having a ride. But I'm getting there, slowly but surely. I'm a lot closer than I was yesterday. Yesterday, I didn't know what the problem was. Today, I know what the problem is. Genius, that's talent. I don't know anything about how to do that. Neither did I before I did it. The only difference between you and me is I've done it. If you went out and did it, you'd know the same thing I know. It's just a matter of doing it. You just got to get up and do it. That's all. I'll tell you, just like I tell my son, there's no such thing as magic. It's all about repetitive motion. You do it enough times, you'll be good at it. Takes 10,000 hours to be good at anything. That's anything. Brain surgery, guitar playing, piloting a airplane, whatever. You need 10,000 hours. And I'm at about 40 hours altogether on that bike. Don't seem like much, but it's a lot. 40 hours stretched out over a couple months. But like I said, it's an old bike. It's 20 years old when I bought it. And I put 25,000 miles on it since I've had it. So it's time for things to start breaking down, you know. It's a testament it lasted this long. Everything on it was original when I bought it, so nothing had been replaced before. But I'm getting there. I'm getting to where I understand it. And mechanics don't come naturally to me because I'm not mechanically inclined. But I do have a good memory, and I guess that helps. Because I can remember how I took something apart and I figure out how to put it back together. And enough YouTube videos and online manuals, and I can figure out the rules, the why things work the way they work, and, you know, bolt tensions and different things like that. Little tricks make it easier. You watch enough old mechanics work on something, you'll pick up a few little tricks as to how to do it better. You have more patience than I would, so appreciate that. I have no patience, but thank you. No, I'm the kind of guy that'll stomp it into the ground if I get too aggravated at it, so I need to, you know, walk away from it every now and then. Practice makes perfect, that's right. Like I said, I'm closer than I was yesterday. Yesterday, I didn't have a clue why it wasn't working. Now I know what the problem is, but I just got to get back in there and fix it. Hey, Alpine Gulch. Good to see you, sweetheart. Glad you could make it by. Me and April are just sitting here shooting the breeze, talking about mechanicking, my exploits as a Harley mechanic. All I got to show for it is this busted knuckle. But I'm getting there. Nothing is going to keep me down. I will win. I will beat it into submission. I wonder where my Sasquatch is. He's usually right out the gate, first one here. That's a Wednesday. He's probably tying one on or sleeping one off. I don't know where Sasquatch is. I like mechanic talk. Yeah. I'm disgusted with it myself. I don't know if you caught it or not, but I've torn my bike apart and put it back together 3 times already. And on the last time around, hey Kev, I figured out by watching some YouTube videos that there's this little silver cylinder that goes on the end of my starter. And when you take the starter off, that little silver piece falls out. And I didn't see it fall out. And apparently this is a problem that's happened before because there's like 5 guys on the internet asking the same question I was asking. And he says, it's down there. You can't see it, but I trust me, it's there. And I went out and I stuck my hand down inside the motor and my fingers fell right on top of it. There it is. I said, son of a bitch. So I found it. Now I know what the problem is. I just got to take the whole thing apart again and put that little cylinder back in there and then put it all back together again, and then it should work. No, I did not see his cat joke. What was it? I don't know where he is. We only met in one lonely chat room on YouTube. He's in Georgia, if that helps. We're talking about Sasquatch, right? Yep. No, I didn't see the cat joke, April. What was it? Do you remember it? Tell us the cat joke. One lonely chat room down south in YouTube land. Something about Puss in Toots. There's Caucasian Sasquatch. I was wondering where you was. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. We just reminiscing about the day's work. I worked all day and then I come home and worked all afternoon. And I'm tired. And I got to get up early in the morning and work all morning. Get it done. Nope, Diego's not here. He might be along shortly, though. Diego's here? I didn't see him pop in. I thought my buddy Diane was going to come in and see us tonight, but don't look like she's going to show up. Or she might be watching, who knows? If you are, hello. Oh, howdy, Sasquatch. Hey, Sasquatch, what's your cat joke? You were checking out new stream sites? Yeah. Can you find any that are worth doing, let me know. The only one I've seen that was pretty reasonable was Odyssey, and you got to have 300 subs to get on there. We got a sports update from Kevin Johns. Tampa Rays beat Tornado Blue Balls. Rays clinch a playoff spot. Presently, the Georgia Bulldogs are trailing South Carolina by 3 in women's volleyball. A couple very new ones. I hadn't seen them. Good to see y'all. I'm going to be driving a few, so I'll be silent for the drive. Till my next destination, I'm listening though. Okay, love? Okay? Do you driving? Drive like a bat out of hell. Pedal to the metal. Rock and roll, hoochie coo. No live. Josh WTO. Josh Who TV? Is that what this is? Yeah, I don't know anything about those guys. Cat jokes. April asked me if I'd heard your cat joke, so I don't know what she was talking about, so fill us in. If it's something you put up today, I haven't seen it because I've been out working all day. I just came in to do the podcast. Just walked in the door 10 minutes before the show, so I had time to eat a granola bar and sit down. That's about it. What do you call a cat that's eaten too many beans? Puss in Toots. I don't know if beans caused that particular toot, but yep. Oh no. I'm guessing that's what the punchline was. Because April told me earlier, but she didn't tell me the joke. She just told me the punchline. She said something about Puss in Toots. So I got to hear the joke now. That was the punchline. Why is virginity like a balloon? Because once you pop it, there ain't no going back. You can't blow up a pop balloon. You can't unpop a balloon. I don't know. You tell me. One prick and it's gone. I don't know why I didn't see that. That's a good one. Tell some racist jokes. Why not? I only know one and it's terrible, so I'm not going to repeat it. Probably get me kicked off YouTube if I said it. Dirk. Are you saying dork? Okay, I stopped to type LOL. Good one, Sasquatch. You pulled over just to type LOL? I don't believe you. I think you're typing and driving. Tickle the like button. Smash that like button. Tickle the balls. Oh, how do you make a pool table laugh? Tickle the balls. That's how you make a piano laugh. You tickle the ivories. Balls. Did heard. I don't know what that means. Did I hear? No racist jokes are fine. Just no jokes about Comrade Biden. Then you'll get removed like a Republican vote. That's a good joke right there. You be going faster than a Republican vote. How's that song go? I don't know. I can't remember the damn song. Oh well. I was trying to play Dust in a Bottle, but I can't remember it. Down the dirt road, made homemade wine like nobody I know. Oh, hell with it. I can't remember. Little Joe Williams. I don't think those are the words. It's Creole Williams. Lived down a dirt road. Made homemade wine like nobody I know. I just can't remember the chords. Can't remember what key it's in. What goes hard and dry and comes out soft and wet? Me. Look it up. I don't know. Lived down the road. Made homemade wine like nobody I know. Stopped by one Friday night and said, can you help me, Creole? Got a little girl waiting on me and I want to treat her right. Whatever. Chewing gum, you nasty. That's a good one. Another Saturday morning, she wakes me up at dawn. She moves to fill my coffee cup, but in a minute I'll be gone. I Told her she was beautiful, but those words were nothing new. 'Cause lately I've been playing a game, treating her just like a fool. If heartaches were pennies, she'd be a millionaire. She laughed and cried and called me names, but it didn't get her anywhere. And I've decided that this is it. Last time I'll do her wrong. One last weekend rendezvous, and then I'm coming home. If she knows she's fooling me, never heard a song, but she hums a melody. She never had a drink, but she knows the taste of wine. If she knows she's fooling me this time, I guess I put her to it. I finally put her down. Now she's out there somewhere, turning her life around. I don't think she's coming home after what I put her through. I know she still loves me, and I still love her too. But if she knows she's fooling me, never heard a song, but she hums a melody. She's never had a drink, but she knows the taste of wine. If she knows she's fooling me this time. Here's one of my original songs that I barely got through, minus the third verse, because I can't sing anymore. But I got that out anyway. I'll do a few intros as Odin looking down through the clouds, and then a short video of something absurd. My reaction outro. Hey, cool. Why are you going to be Odin the Allfather? What key are you playing it in? What? Dust in the Bottle? I think it's in the key of E. I can't remember though. Don't sound right in my head, so whatever. That's a heartbreaker, pretty song. Thank you. It'd be much better if I could actually sing it. I'm sorry about my voice. It's getting better, but it isn't back. I have no upper register. I can only eke out low notes. I prefer Norse over Greek. I hear you. And the costume is simple. Well, you just need a beard, man. The key of K is what I sing it in. I hear you. I do wish my voice would come back. It sucks, but I'm going to play drums this weekend in a band, though, Saturday. I am, Alpine. My mic is being terrible. You still hadn't figured that mic thing out, huh? I meant to hit you up last night, but I fell asleep. An eye patch, a robe, and a spear. And a beard. Moonlit skies and fireworks. People laugh, people flirt all night long. But I just stare. So I went down to the local bar, where people come in their fancy cars to play their games. But I just stare. Then I saw you sitting there, all alone in that empty chair right next to you. Oh, baby, I fell in love. Whoa. You looked down and you took my hand and said, boy, I hope you understand that not a girl that needs a man. Got my life and all my plans, and if you were there, you'd just be in my way. Girl, it ain't gotta be like this. I'd give you everything with just one kiss. I don't care what you say. Fell in love with you anyway. Oh, Elizabeth, you take my breath away. There's another one of my songs that I can't sing anymore. I got that one recorded though. Then there's this one. Them pills and pills and damn pills. I gotta get my prescription filled. Them pills and pills and damn pills are gonna lead me to an early grave. Well, I went to the doctor to get me some, and I went to the pharmacist to get it done. And sitting in my car, I took me some, and I feel so much better now. Yeah, my hands are sweating and my knees feel weak. I can't eat and I can't sleep. My skin is crawling like I picked up fleas. Coughing, sneezing, burning up while I'm freezing. I guess I'll take a couple just to get back on my feet. And I do it all over again. That's enough singing. I pushed it too far. I can't push it any faster, Captain. You can't drive it over the edge. I promised Jake I would start content on vacation and continue until band. Hey, sounds good to me. But my tech issues have been significant. Your brain issues have been significant. Your tech issues are just understood. You'll get there. Okay. I got these knobs on my V8 sound card. Big mic, record, backtrack, and monitor. Sounds good to me. Well, I eked out a couple of my original songs. At least you know what they sound like anyway. But you don't know what I sound like, because I sound like a frog that's dying. Congratulations. I once was badass, but now I'm mute. Welcome to the end of a studied career. And now, I play drums for a living. Because it don't require any vocal cords. So, Saturday, I'm starting a new project with a new band. Gonna go check it out. Which one is responsible for your problems? Jake, don't be so hard on yourself, man. Come on. I love you. Well, I love you too. And I love me too. But I can't sing worth a shit anymore. You've heard me before, though. They haven't. Well, Sasquatch has. I'm not putting my best foot forward. That's what I'm saying. I do have some recorded stuff, though. I might play them on here one day. I think what's responsible for your problems is your compressor is not set up properly. And you need a FET head. That's what I think. And I think I can fix both of those things. But you need about $80 for the FET head. They are not cheap. And you're not going to find a cheaper one than $80. I think I paid $120 for mine. Because I couldn't find any of the $80 ones. But you can either get a FET head or a cloud lifter, or there's a couple of other companies that make the same kind of thing. But those two are the best two, FET head or cloud lifter. So pick one, buy one, and use it. I got someone to videotape. I can always record it and send you what I have. Remember, Aunt Lynn, Easter record is VHS. I'm talking and texting. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, though. I must have missed something. What are you trying to send? I spent all day yesterday recording and listening to myself. I managed to get my recording to sound okay, but as soon as the window capture makes noise, it seems to feed into my mic. That sounds to me like you got too many things on. You're monitoring too many things, and it's not going through your mic unless you're hearing it out of your mic. But you understand, you have speakers on your computer, and your microphone is right in front of the computer, so it's probably picking up your speakers. And if that's the case, you need to turn them off. And the only thing you should be able to hear is coming in your headphones. And if you don't have headphones, that's your problem. Your audio card or your sound box, whatever you're using, should be separate from what your computer uses. Should have its own thing. Yes, you need headphones. No, I don't remember, but if you got them, send me a copy of them. And I'll transpose them digital and put them online. Just make me a copy of them and send them to me. Okay, you're using headphones. Good. So there should be nothing coming out of your speakers on your computer. No sound at all when you're live streaming. The only sound should be coming through your headphones. And the way you do that is by setting your audio for OBS to go to that box, whatever your box is, and not your computer. And then you go and right-click on your little, where you talk and the little bar goes up and down, equalizer. Right-click on that and click Advanced Auto Properties, and it'll pull up a little window that gives you the option to monitor input or output or monitor off, and turn monitor off on everything except for the things you want to hear, like your videos. But you don't need to hear your own voice, so turn the monitor off of that. You should still be able to hear what the microphone is picking up, but not what OBS is picking up. So turn off your mic monitor, turn off your desktop audio monitoring, and only let go into your headphones whatever you're doing, like videos and stuff. I'm using headphones, no sound at all, from nothing, nowhere. Good. Well, then you got something not working. Something is not sending the signal to your audio box then. Are the headphones plugged into your computer, or are they plugged into the audio box? They can't be plugged into your computer. They got to be plugged into your audio box. And if you don't have a place for it, you need a better audio box. Matter of fact, I have one I'll send you. Well, you're going to have to upload something so that I can hear it. I got 2 places. Okay. I need to be able to hear what you're hearing that you're calling trash, because the word trash doesn't mean anything to me. I don't know what that means. There are specific things that cause audio to sound good or not, and I need to hear what they are. So make a recording and play it for me on a live chat, private chat, and then I'll be able to tell you more about what's going on. Because just talking about it, we're not speaking the same language. You know what I'm saying? The word trash does have a meaning, but it's not the meaning you're using it as. In other words, if I said that the audio sounded like trash, that would mean that there were artifacts in the sound, like static. That's trash. Static or buzzing or something like that. And that's not what you're hearing. Sounds to me like your audio is thin, like it has no body. It's too quiet and too tinny. Sound like you're listening to a tin can. That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, I know what you mean, but that's not the musical term, is what I'm saying. And unless you say the right words, I don't know how to fix it. You know what I'm saying? But if you could make a recording of it and let me hear it, then I could tell you what the problem is. But I'm guessing it's probably your compressor, because I had problems with that too when I first started. But you're definitely going to need a FET head to get the audio level up, because it's going to be quiet regardless of what you do. Before I bought my FET head, you could barely hear me, and I had the volume all the way up. It was not like listening to somebody else, like a professional channel where the audio is crisp and clean and in your face. It drops out and goes quiet at a random fashion. Yeah, that's what a compressor does. It squeezes down and then releases. And that's what you're talking about, random. It's squeezing down, which makes it go quiet, and then it releases, which brings it back. Now, that's one possibility. The other possibility is you have a short in your cord and it's actually cutting in and out. Okay, then. There you go. Alpine 3 weeks. Hmm. Nope. That's the name of a product. And it is a... See that silver thing right there? That's a fed head. That little piece right there. And what that does is it adds 20 decibels of headroom to your audio. It brings your audio up 20 decibels so that you can turn the volume up without hearing a bunch of hiss and background noise, ambient noise. They named it after Boba Fett from Star Wars. I guess whoever invented that thing was a Star Wars fan, because Boba Fett. Remember when we were kids, they would sell a helmet, just a Boba Fett head, like a bust, and so they named it Fethead. Fethead. But it's just a booster. It just boosts audio. April, Precious and I are hungry, says Kevin. Me too. I haven't eaten anything today. I've been working all day. I hadn't had a chance to slow down. Oh, I ate a granola bar. I did eat that. But you see how that Fethead plugs right in to the microphone cable and then right into the microphone cable hole. That's why I bought that one. The Cloud Lifter is a little blue box about that big, and you plug your microphone cable in. You need an extra microphone cable for that one. That's why I bought this one, because it plugs right in line. One microphone cable. But I believe the Cloud Lifter is the more popular of the two. Hey, there's a Diego. I figured you'd show up about now. Good to see you, buddy. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take a snapshot of my compressor and send you that picture so you can set yours to the same parameters that mine is set at, and that may help you. I went to a church service today. Excellent. Did you learn anything? You go to a church service every Sunday and every Monday also. It's just not quite as formal. Kevin says, Buenas noches, Diego. Buenas noches. Noches. Whatever. Our whole town back in Mexico is in sorrow. Oh no. What happened? Why are they in sorrow? Are they in constant sorrow? Badoo, badoo, boop, boop, biddity, bow, wow, wow, chicka, bow, wow, wow, chicka, yicka, yay. Anyway, it took me about a month to get my audio proper once I got that fed head. And then I'm still not exactly happy with it, but at least you can hear me. That's better. I'm forever tweaking my equalizer and trying to get the perfect sound compression. And I mean, not sound compression. Uh, Noise canceling, where it cuts out background noise but still allows the vocals. Can't think of the word. Noise gate. That's it. I would like it to be a little bit more bassy, a little bit more punchy, but it doesn't seem to be capable of doing that. But I'm used to hearing my voice live, so I'm used to hearing the proximity effect of the microphone to the speakers and all that. And in this, the only speakers are in my headphones, and they don't have a good bass response. So I guess it's okay. At least you can understand what I'm saying. That's a lot better than it was. And when I first started this thing, I was using the microphone on my camera, and that was a real noisy thing. You hear everything then. You could hear the air. I didn't like that at all. So we got there. I was also using a much cheaper camera back then. The one I got now is pretty decent. It's right up there with what most podcasters use. Que pasto, Diego? I'm working on a workaround for doing videos with commentary if I can. What do you mean? Why don't you just do videos with commentary? You're always trying to beat the system, ain't you? Just play the game, man. That thing that you got in front of you, that laptop, has more power than the space shuttle had. You could probably run the country from it if you knew what you were doing. I'm pretty sure it can handle a live stream. All bells and whistles. I've never seen anybody that refused to download anything. Gotta make it all work off site. I don't know if you're gonna be able to, but if you can, power to you. Just a lot of aggravation. One of the problems is internet speed. If you're messing with videos, if you don't have them downloaded onto your hard drive, you run the risk of them chopping up or freezing up on you or pixelating or whatever. Not smooth. As long as you got good internet, it'll be all right. But if you ever get any crappy internet, right, and cell phones, yeah. I try to make sure that anything I play will function. I am back. What happened? I don't know. I didn't know when you left. Not much. That says I am bank, but I'm assuming you meant back. Unless you're bank, and in that case, can I make a withdrawal? Yeah, I can live stream from my cell phone, but I've never done it because I don't think it'll be a good quality. But that would be interesting. I might do that one Wednesday or Friday. Might do a live stream from my cell phone just to see if it works and see what the quality level's like. See if it'll run OBS proper. Might need an iPhone for that, and I don't have an iPhone. You could do some pretty cool things with an iPhone, though. Diego won't tell us nada. Yeah, Diego, we're still waiting to find out what happened in Mexico. Why everybody's sorrowful. Come on, Diego. I'm perfectly willing to download. I prefer to look into things before I do. I hear you, brother. My dad's mom called the computer the Iron Man. She thought somebody was going to come through the computer and rape her. I thought that was hilarious. Old people and their understanding of technology. I was like, no, nobody can come through the computer and get you. When we say that somebody's on the other end, it's just like a telephone. I actually remember when I said that computers were the devil and I'd never touch one. That was in the 80s. And I promptly went to school and touched one. And I ain't never been without one since. But that was before I got into computers. That was back when you could build them from the ground up. And there were all kind of clubs around where you could join clubs. I belonged to a club called the 2400 Club. They'd get together once a week or once a month or something like that and trade parts and share information. And back then, bulletin boards were the big thing. That was kind of like the internet, but it was in your computer. Take like an hour to download a web page, but you could host your own pictures and your own videos and stuff. And people could dial in. You could get 20 or 30 people on your computer. It's pretty cool. I miss those days. I had a 14.4 modem. Made porn pretty much impossible, though. Download one line at a time of a picture. For some reason, I never got past the boobs. I guess Diego popped out. He ain't said nothing in a while. Da 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 da. Pop pop. You guys. What y'all want to talk about? Anything in particular? Want to get crazy? I got some video stuff I'm gonna be doing in the next couple months. There's Diego. You did pop back in. One of the daughters of my aunt's friend passed away at the age of 24 3 days ago. Sorry to hear that, Diego. God bless your family, and you have our prayers. Anywho, I'm not idle. I'm editing and consolidating scenes and to minimize sources for practice. That's good practice. She died of severe brain cancer. Mm, that's terrible. Tandy. I had a Tandy. I had the kind that it was just a keyboard, and then there was a little RF modulator that you plugged into the back of your TV, and those two little screws. Remember that? And then you plugged a little Tandy into it, and then you could get on channel 3. You could get a screen up. It was a green screen with green letters, and you could do basic programming and math and stuff like that. It was kind of boring, but that was all the rage. Yo siento, Diego, says Alpine. Her mother died of exactly the same thing 4 years before. Sorry to hear that, says Caucasian, and I'm sorry to hear it too, buddy. That sucks. That was my very first flight sim. I didn't even know you could do flight sim on a Tandy. Mine wouldn't do nothing but go-to commands. And I could make it spell out a sentence or something, you know. Do basic programming. I mean, real basic programming. TIE Fighter. Learn to code. Yep. And I think you could buy accessories to it, like a little tape deck or a little floppy disk thing. But I didn't have any of those things. I just had the keyboard. Those were the days. Hello, Diego, says April. I was driving and getting pizza. Pizza sounds good. I wish I had a slice. Sounds delicious. Tomorrow I'm going to eat Bojangles, though. Hopefully I'll ride my bike down there. It required a good deal of proxy code to run a video or a game. Kevin says, I wish I had a slice. The old triangle. Right. I learned basic programming in high school, then Pascal in college. Hated it. Yeah, I went straight to C++. That was my first code language, and I also learned HTML and Perl and Java and that sort of thing. I don't remember much of it now because it's been so long since I actually made a web page. Because while I was learning it, they were simultaneously coming out with point-and-click web page designers like Front Page Express and things like that. So you didn't even need to learn code anymore. You just lay it out in a visual way, and then it did all the coding for you. So I basically quit that. I got a degree in it, though, web development. Don't mean anything. I couldn't build a web page to save my life, but I got a degree in how to. Pretty much I can look at code and tell what it's doing. I'm not smart enough to write it, but I'm smart enough to read it. I learned very little basic. Basic is basically C++, only it isn't as powerful. I only used it 3 times in my life. Yeah. That's what my problem was. I was learning all this stuff, and they were superseding me in the computer world. By the time I learned it, it was already obsolete. And I figured, man, I'm going to be learning for the rest of my life. Every time I learn something, I got to learn something new to keep up with it. Screw that. If then go, yeah. Go to 10. Yep, the old programming days. I don't miss that. I hated it. I'd much rather use Front Page Express. It's much faster. Except now I use Dreamweaver, but back then I used Front Page. CNC milling machines, CAD design thingies, and the computer lathe thing. Yep. Oh shit. Alpine's dropping it like it's hot. X plus 1 plus equals 0. It looks like algebra. I was a feckin' superstar on that job. Yeah, I like CNC machines, and I know a little bit about that sort of programming because it's pretty easy to program. As long as you got your math right, it works. But they're so expensive, it's hard to find anybody that's got one to use. They do sell a very small, cheap version of a CNC machine. It works on up against a wall. It works sideways, and you can run it off your laptop. But it's a piece of junk. It does work, but you got to build it yourself, and it's also kind of expensive. LOL. Time me out, Jake. You're in timeout. Drawing penises on the screen. Boob. Good enough. That's hell spelled upside down. On a calculator, anyway. That's a Texas Instrument joke. You got to be really old to catch that one. Alpine got it. I tell you what, though. The things we learned in college, never used any of it. I got a degree in political science, and I can barely stomach talking about politics because it's so aggravating. It's a whole different world when I was in it. Back then, it was Reaganomics. That was the big thing. Yep. I got more out of my music theory degree than I did anything else. Or music appreciation, whatever you want to call it. I studied classical music as a minor. And I enjoyed that class. That was an easy A. Because I was already a musician, you know. My little hair messing with me. Impressive. Really? Mm-mm. But just about everything I learned in college, I don't never used. The most thing I ever used was the English for like writing. That was a good class to be in. English 1011 or 1099 or whatever it was. I don't remember now. You studied microbiology? That's a cool degree. That means you're smarter than all of us, huh? You got that real science. My science was all dramatic, like political science. It was all about talking. I studied everything. Sure you did. I went to trade school for 4 years, studied electronics technology and computer systems. And then I went to college for 2 years and studied political science and music theory and English. I wanted to study everything. Yeah. I lived in my library. I remember going to libraries. I hadn't been to one of those in a long time. I wonder when they're going to stop making them. I guess as long as there's government money, they'll have libraries. As long as they got presidents to name them after. Really, you only need the Library of Congress. Yeah, geology was so dry and disappointing. Yeah, I can imagine that it is. There's only so much to learn, and then the rest of it's observational. Monica. Well, dating is a strong word, but I mixed up with her too. We at war with the leftist Democrats. Jake, Joe Biden has to go. Yes, he does. Don't worry, he won't be there much longer. I think Kamala's moving in for the kill. Was she quiet or loud? Well, sometimes she was loud. Oh, because she was a librarian's daughter? Somebody told me that she died. I don't know if that's true or not, but seems like that's the last thing I heard of her. She was in relatively good health when I knew her, though. The last time I saw her, she had a little machine, like a insulin pump or something on her stomach. She usually threw things at you. Yeah, me too. Kidney failure. That's it. I'm sorry to hear that. She was awful young to be having a problem like that. I hate it for her. But she was definitely interesting. She knew she liked drama. I remember that. Bones underdeveloped. Born underdeveloped. Okay. No, I think he's just particularly keen on the subject. He's been doing that ever since I met him. out of left field. But that's what he's interested in, so I try to talk about it as much as I can with him. And he's very knowledgeable, so keeps me on my toes. And every now and then he'll recommend a good article, and I'll pull it up, read it for the chat, and people seem to enjoy it, so I'll keep doing that. No, nothing to be sorry about. I agree with you. Catches me off guard occasionally, but it's worth it. He really does not like Democrats. I can't say I blame him. I ain't crazy about him either. Well, I ain't crazy about the new breed of them. I had no problem with liberals in the old days, but there's somebody disagrees with me, that's fine. We can still talk about it, but you can't talk with these young folks. They've slapped gone crazy. At least that's the way it looks to me. And then you got these I don't know, I can't remember if it was the FBI or the CIA or somebody, some government agency was promoting Satanism as a joke, like talking about people that are unvaccinated because of their religious beliefs. Like, why not just go with Satanism? I was like, well, this is looking more and more like the mark of the beast every day. I don't think it is the mark of the beast, but I think it's that kind of thing. And if you can't say no to that, how are you ever going to say no to the mark of the beast? Progressives, yeah. Far left-wing people. It's almost like they want a fascist government. They want communism. And I ain't about all of that. I'm into freedom, baby. Let your freak flag fly. Do whatever you want to do, just as long as you don't get any of it on me. I'd be lying if I said it had not crossed my mind, Diego, but you seem decent. Oh, yeah. Nope, he's just very interested in that sort of thing. I get paid for working as a dishwasher. Good one. I get paid for making T-shirts. Yeah, the older ones aren't bad. You catch somebody over 50 and you can talk to them. But the young ones, the new breed, they are irrational, unconsolable, a victim in everything they do, and blames it all on racism. And you're the racist. Yeah, I think they do want that. I think they want communism, socialism, or something. They don't want capitalism. I know that. And they don't know what they're talking about because they've never had a real job. They've never had to pay bills. And when they get there to that part of life, when they realize that everything ain't going to be handed to them and that the world will eat you up and spit you out and not think twice about it, if you're not on your game, when they get to that point, then they'll start being conservative. Then they'll start realizing, oh, fair market is a good thing. And my older Dem friends can't speak without cursing about Trump. Yeah, Trump got in their mind bad. It's like a mealworm, just weaseled his way right in there. I think he honestly drove some people insane, like that Rachel Maddow chick. I think Trump drove her absolutely batshit crazy. It's just that the left has taken that term to apply to militant, God-hating, progressive leftists. Yep. They will vote D and re more. Mm-hmm. Well, Nancy Pelosi said that if you put a D on a bottle of water, they'll vote a bottle of water in. Living in their heads rent-free. That's what Trump did. Yep. And they're not over it. They are not over it. I've been seeing memes lately talking about Joe Biden saying, I'd like to request an angry tweet, please. Can we have an angry tweet? That's the cycle. Dems go in debt, then Republicans get in and build the military debt. Yep. But military debt is something I can agree with, because at least we're safe, because we have a military that can handle whatever comes our way. But yeah, he was special in more ways than one. But $3 trillion on the Green New Deal, which has very little to do with anything green, I can't get behind that. Sending money to Pakistan for gender studies, I can't get behind that. I mean, Dems give out money kind of debt, yeah. Yeah, they like spending money. Money we don't have. And I think Joe Biden is trying his damnedest to destroy the economy. Because if the economy crashes, then they can come in and take total charge, take power. And I think that's what the game plan is. Jim Page said, and I quote, if you put a D on a bag of shit to run against Trump, he would vote for it. So I signed him off and removed him from the Christmas card list. Yeah, buddy. I don't know who Jim Page is, but he's not very bright. I think Trump's the best president we ever had. There, I said it. Now you live with it. He had the whole world on his back. Every institution that exists was out to get him, and he still managed to get a few things done that he promised. Imagine what he would have got done if the world was cooperating with him. He managed to get uh, uh, United Nations to pay their fair share, which they had never done. He was talking with all of our enemies. He had open dialogue. He didn't start a war. He was pushing around the bad guys, and they didn't like it, but they dealt with it. And he drove the Democrats crazy. He built some of the wall. He didn't finish it. The only thing he didn't do was arrest Hillary, but I knew when he said it, he wasn't going to do that, because then they'd come for him. Gender reassignment for Pakistan, gender studies, like they're funding studies like in college, like lesbian basket weaving or some shit like that. Gender studies, feminism and all that kind of stuff. And probably reassignment too. I don't know. But that's just one of the many, many, many dumb things they do. You ought to read some of those bills they're pushing through. Or read some of them. Some of them are like 5,000 pages long. There's no way to read them. Yeah, useless info for a third world country that believes the exact opposite of that ideologically. So, yeah, it's useless, all right. They were trying to make Afghanistan woke. They had given women all kinds of rights and had them driving and taking their burqas off, and there was murals of George Floyd up in Afghanistan. The day the military left, they painted over that shit and canceled all the feminine things that were going on there, and then started killing some of them, like the women that were out on doing news and stuff like that. They don't like that over there. That's not how they think. Women are basically property over there. That's the way that they are raised, and that's the way that they're taught, and they don't like Western culture at all. But that's what our military was doing over there. Among other things, and garden poppy fields. That's right. That will study the best way to cut off a head. Yep. Seriously, though, if you get a few minutes, go pull up some of those bills that the Democrats are pushing through Congress and read a few pages of them and just see the kind of shit that they're asking for, that they're making law. It's unbelievable, some of the things that they want to do. One thing is, I'll give you an example. They want to put breathalyzers in all automobiles where you have to blow into it to crank your car up. Think about that. That's in one of those bills. The goat sit in the front seat while the women ride in the truck bed. Okay, I'm going to be a Twitch thought. You better get some working out on that ass. You got to have a big ass for that. But they make lots of money, them girls. Reads like Mao. Some of it does, yeah. And some of it you can't believe that people actually think that in America. Reichstag. Maybe term limits might shorten the bill's length. I don't know. Term limits would definitely be a good idea. Get some of them people out that are dug in like ticks. My booty is grade A, says Caucasian. My booty's grade A for a 50-year-old. No, what they do, they know that they won't get anybody to vote for the crazy shit they want. So they put it in with a bunch of other stuff and then name it something ridiculous like children holding hands over America while flying the flag. You know, things like that. They'll name it something that you can't say no to, and then they'll fill it full of all this garbage that they really want. And then they'll wait till New Year's Eve at midnight and all vote for it the day it comes out, and they hadn't ever read it. Nobody has time to read it because it's 5,000 pages long, and they're going on break in an hour. So they all rush in and vote yay or nay, and then whatever's in that bill gets passed into law. That's how they do it for real. And if you don't vote for it, then you're a racist or you hate the country or something. You hate the troops. They always make it some kind of dilemma like that. I'm of the opinion the odd guard are panicking. The old guard are panicking. It might be. My booty is illustrated. Yeah, some of the old guard is panicking for sure, but some of them just don't care. And some of them are in there for a lifetime, and they can't get fired, so they'll do whatever they want to do. Like Nancy Pelosi. She should have been gone a long time ago. Chuck Schumer should be out of there. Nadler should be out of there. So should the turtle guy. What's his name? The Republican guy. Can't think of his name. Anyway, I can see his face. Are you leaving us, Kev? Oh, shoot, it's 10 o'clock. I didn't even realize what time it was. 25th hour setup. Yep. Pelosi is like 300. Yeah. Yeah, and she never glues her teeth in, so when she's talking, her teeth are always moving around in her mouth. It's disgusting. Not Schumer. That's the Democrat guy. I'm talking about the Republican guy. Can't think of his name. He needs to be out, too. Mitch McConnell, that's him. Yeah, that guy needs to go. He's just as bad as Chuck Schumer is. And see, those guys, they call themselves left and right, but left wing, right wing are the same bird. They both basically do the same thing. Also, that Golden Grams guy, what's his name? Something Graham. He needs to go. Lindsey Graham. Yeah, he needs to get out of there. I think they ought to fire all of them and start all over again. Hire some new people, some new blood, some patriotic sort. That's what I'd like to see happen. It's not going to happen, but I'd like to see it happen. Hey, won't you do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon so you get notifications of when I'm going to be online. Reach out and tickle that like button. Just pull on it. It's already fully erect and ready for you, and it'll make my day, I promise. Share this video with somebody you love. Better yet, share it with somebody you don't love. Bring them into the family. Make them part of the fold. Be part of their solutions, not part of their problems. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking about. Question me, curse me, bless me, challenge me, confront me, conform with me, drink my Kool-Aid. Drink your own Kool-Aid. As long as you're thinking, that's what I want. Critical thought coming from that brain of yours. And if you dig what I'm doing here and you'd like to see us grow and you'd like to help out or maybe even help me keep the lights on or just tip the musician, however you feel, take a moment and go to paypal.me/JakeJohnsonBand if you would. Every little bit helps. It's a win-win. It's a blessing for me. It's a blessing for you too. And God notices these things because we live in a reciprocal universe. And that's a fact, Jack. I do appreciate your support. And I will round out this video. All right. All new people across the board, Democrats and Republicans alike. They ought to all go and be replaced with 25-year-olds, people who are young enough, maybe 30, young enough to understand the young crowd, but old enough to appreciate what came before. And all patriotic types, left and right, doesn't matter. And see what happens then. Tickle an 8-ball. Balls. I can think of a few things to do with an 8-ball. All of which would get me in massive amounts of trouble. Copious amounts. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I've had a great time tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I enjoyed the conversation. Fantastic, as usual. I'll see you guys on Friday at 8:30, where we can delve into something unique and interesting. Nice chatting with you too, always. Greatly appreciate you hanging out, and hopefully we'll see you Friday. I love you guys with all my heart. Take care of yourselves and each other. Take a moment and realize that friends are hard to come by, and we've built a community here. Small one, but it's powerful. Yeah, balls, not drugs. I'm clean as a preacher's sheets. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.